Hello, children. Welcome back with a new topic from grade 7 Civics. Women Change the World. In the last chapter, we discussed about how there were differences in being of a girl or a boy. In this chapter, we will discuss about how various movements of women were launched, how they played a crucial role in bringing out into the various fields of work. When we talk about job, mainly women, there were only jobs like farmers, teachers, scientists, pilot, etc. Now there is skill and scenario that time exists and there is lot of change in the field of employment. There are certain jobs like engineering that is only restricted to boys because mental security, mathematical faculty is more developed in maths in boys compared to the girls. So, those are some kinds of stereotypes that exist, and these stereotypes that are linked, that kind of a rule for women plays in a society. So, when it comes to a picking of career, boy can pick his own choice. When it comes to girls, they goes only to art or science to their career pursuit based on their ideas, interest. But there are kind of challenges that person has to face when goes into their streams. These are some stereotypes that exist with the studies, career and so on with every day the pursuit and takes place for these higher studies. However, let's say if boys cries at an early age, considered and told not to cry at adult age. So this is a kind of stereotype that exists. So when we talk about these kinds of stereotypes, sin should be subject for boys. So various kinds of issues that are being raised in the past and those have led to way forward for the future development. So in the past, most of the children were taught at home to boys and girls that were no formally schooling that existed. Most of the children learned work with the family or with the household work. So household chores are very important in learning various kinds of activities. Let me tell you example, children. Women were not called as classically potters. They didn't use to make pots. However, once they collected the mud and used to prepare the earthen pots, not operated wheel, so were not potters. So there were some rules that were defined both the genders. Later on, various learnings emerged, education, and there was kind of revolution that led forward to bringing about education for girls and boys. In this, we look on to the 1960s in India. There were around 40% of literacy for males and only 15% for females at that time. However, when we look at on to 2001 data, you have boys literacy in both the aspects have increased, that is to 76% is for boys and girls are of 54%. How are these efforts come into existence? There are various Swiss scholars who played a major role in enlightenment of women education, and some of them are Ramabai, who also known as Pandita Ramabai. She never went to school. She didn't study one of the common courses that exist in school. However, she was able to read and write Sanskrit on her own. As a result, she started a mission called as Kedgaon in Pune in 1898, and at this place she motivated various women, specifically who were healing from the poor sections of the society. And Rash Sundari Devi from West Bengal. So, this is the very classic example. She was at that time, she was a girl, were not allowed to read, so she was not allowed to read. She could not read in front of her husband. As a result, her son was reading. There was one novel in their home called Chaitanya Bhagmat, which were known about life of a saint. She secretly taken papers from that novel, then started reading and understanding at home. As a result, she was able to understand the Bengal, and she wrote a autobiography of Amar Jeevan. So it was the first biography that was written by an independent woman. So that was very unique initiative at that time. Since she was a housewife at that time, and she has no not attempt to study beyond what was allowed in the household. And that time there were statements like it would bring the bad luck to her family or husband if you read. So most of the families were not allowed to read at that time. When we talk about Rokeya Shekhawat Hussain, she again belongs to a very rich family. A family owned a lot of lands. She was able to read and write Urdu, but not able to read or write Bengal and English. However, later on, with the help of her brother and sister, she was able to read comprehensive. Finally, she wrote a story, Sultana's Dream, in 1905, because this story she talked about the concept of lady land, and that lady land was concept about every female has right to whatever she likes to work. They had full literacy to study, liberty work on various inventions. In 1910, she started a school for girls in Kolkata. So these were some of the path-breaking examples bringing around women into literacy. Now as you can see the graph here, you have various data that is given where as you can see males and females literacy, the gap has declined over the years, and there has been a steep rise in the female literacy. So there are major two findings that are able to conclude from this. This is all was to fight against the women and any kind of discrimination that exists in the society, and this could be in the form of protesting and raising the voice against the violence. And Satyarani was one of the active leader who fought against dowry, and 8th March has been declared as International Women Day in support to women in the world. This is what about the topic children. Hope you understood. Thank you.